What started out as a tranquil continuation of love tales has now devolved into one of the season's most tumultuous and stunning episodes. It all starts with Georgie Rusev and Darcey Silva, whose sporadic relationship has been a never-ending emotional roller coaster. When Darcey finally hits her breaking point in this episode, things take a startling turn. According to production-related sources, Darcey and Georgie got into their most recent argument over a dinner scene. Went totally wrong. Visibly upset and fed up with George's lack of effort and trust, Darcey eventually lost it, yelling that she can't live like this anymore and threatened to file for divorce right away. Darcey has experienced several heartbreaks on the program, including those from Tom Brooks and Jesse Meester, as longtime fans are aware. But this time is different. She didn't appear dramatic, but resolute. Social media users are already speculating that Darcey might mean it this time. According to rumors, Darcey yelled that Georgie never changes and that she was done being the only one fighting for love as she stormed off set in tears, forcing TLC producers to halt production for almost an hour. This episode made it brutally evident that Jovi Dufresne and Yara Zaya's marriage is in shambles. On the other side of the emotional battlefield, what began as a straightforward discussion about their future descended into a startling emotional collapse. A sour quarrel broke out from Jovi's annoyance. With Yara's frequent trips to Europe and her job aspirations, Yara was visibly upset when Jovi accused her of choosing fame and social media over family. "You don't even see how much I sacrificed for you," was Yara's sobbing reply has already gained popularity among followers. Insiders claim that Yara's tears weren't manufactured. According to reports, she departed the set early that evening and wouldn't return until the producers stepped in. It's a devastating look at a marriage breaking down under the strain of celebrity jealousy and cultural differences, and many are calling it one of the most honest and unvarnished moments in Fiancé history. Fans saw that Jovi was then seen partying in New Orleans with an unidentified woman just days after filming was finished, which only served to heighten the tension. Although neither Jovi nor TLC have verified anything cheating, suspicions have already been generated by photos that were published online. However, many people think that Yara's enigmatic remarks about trust and self-respect are direct jabs against Jovi. Various couples encountered their own unexpected developments in various parts of the episode. While Oswella and Kalani's situation took another messy turn when Kalani hinted at moving on for real this time, Ed and Liz continued their never-ending cycle of breakups and makeup. However, Darcey and Yara stole the show. Both women reaching emotional breaking points that could permanently change their relationships and futures on the show. According to insiders, because of the explosive reaction from episode, TLC is already planning a special reunion episode. According to rumors, Jovi and Yara's section is anticipated to be painfully tense and may even be filmed separately, while Darcey and Georgie might not even appear together during production. Because of how much attention one of these storylines is receiving online, fans are also conjecturing that TLC might be getting ready to turn it into a standalone program. Reactions have been all over social media, while some fans think Jovi and Yara's romance is about to end. Many others think Darcey deserves more. After years of heartache, this episode felt like the end of multiple marriages at once, fan wrote in a tweet. TLC now documents heartbreaks as they unfold on camera, rather than romantic tales. Happily Ever After has become everything but happy, as demonstrated by episode. With Yara sobbing and Darcey threatening divorce, season has descended into an emotional turmoil that even TLC executives. TLC's cameras were rolling as usual, documenting every battle, every tear, and every moment of truth. Now, the only questions are whether Darcey will truly finalize the divorce, and whether Jovi and Yara's marriage will withstand yet another public collapse. Keep an eye out, because according to insiders, episode will be even more dramatic. One couple will formally separate on TV, while another will make a bombshell declaration that will completely alter the course of events. Episode's emotional turmoil didn't stop when the cameras stopped rolling. It erupted outside of the program, causing social media, production, insiders, and even the TLC network to tremble. The backlash started as soon as the show aired. insiders began to release disturbing behind-the-scenes footage. Fans swamped the internet with demands for answers, and cast members started to allude to significant betrayals that weren't completely depicted on camera. The current situation may rank among the most significant controversies in Fiancé's history. Let's start with Darcey Silva, who apparently packed her bags and left their Connecticut apartment following the heated altercation with Georgie, according to a TLC crew member. Spoke to in Touch Weekly. Darcey was done pretending and left the set shaking, crying, and screaming that Georgie never respected her. Georgie reportedly attempted to apologize off camera following the dinner scene in which she threatened divorce, but Darcey refused to talk to him, telling producers this isn't love anymore, it's pain on repeat. Fans noticed right away that Georgie posted gym selfies and inspirational quotes about fighting for what's real. But the real shock came when an insider claimed Georgie was spotted at a Miami nightclub with an unidentified woman just days after Darby's breakdown. Within hours, Darcey unfollowed Georgie on Instagram, removed all recent pictures of the two of them together, and posted a mysterious story that read, "Sometimes the person you love most is the one who breaks you the hardest." Witnesses told The Sun that the woman, who was apparently a year-old model, was sitting beside Georgie and that the two were acting very cozy. Darcey's close pals are incensed, according to some. Darcey Silva has been discreetly filming supplementary sequences concerning the breakup that may appear later this season, or in a special TLC online episode. She allegedly told producers that she was done covering for Giorgio's lies and that Darcey always deserves better. According to TLC insiders, Darcey has been threatening to leave the program entirely unless the network tells the truth about how toxic her marriage has become, which has the production staff in a panic. According to reports, she believes that by downplaying Georgie's domineering actions in previous episodes, editors have shielded him. Darcey told producers that she feels humiliated and manipulated. According to one insider, she wants to reveal everything. She is tired of playing the victim on TV. Fans have been analyzing every clip, leaked message, and clue as this drama plays out. Even screenshots of texts between Georgie and another lady purportedly sent while he was still filming with Darcey were also included in TikTok. Video that went viral if accurate. It would support Darby's emotional collapse in episode and prove Georgie was emotionally cheating all along. Jovi and Yara, the other half of this emotional storm, are dealing with a different kind of loss while Darcey's personal life descends into disarray. Insiders claim that after Yara's emotional breakdown while filming, the situation became even more dire after the cameras stopped rolling. A production assistant claims that Jovi went out drinking with a crew after Yara declined to attend the post-filming supper, which led to yet another heated dispute later that evening. What's even more stunning is that according to hacked communications that have been making the rounds online, Jovi was spotted having sex with two women in New Orleans the same weekend that Yara was in Los Angeles filming a brand partnership. Jovi is seen holding a drink and posing with fans and fan photos, but one image in particular caught people's attention since it looks to show a blonde woman holding his hand, although TLC has not stated if this would be covered in future episodes. Rumors are rife on social media. It appears that Yara, who has always come out as self-assured and independent, has had enough. Fans thought she was referring to Jovi when she recently shared a statement that said don't cry over someone who doesn't see your worth. Even more shocking is the fact that Yara was seen looking for an apartment in Miami with a real estate agent. According to insiders, she may be thinking about temporarily splitting from him. TLC cameras have reportedly started shooting bonus scenes again in order to document the consequences of this circumstance. According to rumors, cast members will discuss the emotional turmoil from episode in a potential mid-season special called Fiancé, the breaking point. In the meantime, Jovi's detractors, for accusing him of emotional neglect and hypocrisy, he acts like Yara isn't allowed to have a life outside of him, a Reddit user commented. However, he rushes to get drunk with strangers the moment she starts crying, another admirer commented. This season has gone from love stories to pure disaster. It's pure hypocrisy. I can't help but stare at how to see is transforming pain into entertainment. More leaks have emerged from Darcey's side of the controversy, including purported text messages in which she bemoans being emotionally drained and wishing to end filming permanently. If authentic, these messages imply that Darcey may be leaving TLC completely after years of being one of the network's most recognizable. But Georgie isn't keeping quiet. He cryptically stated, "Sometimes people only show you their pain, not what they did to cause it," during a recent Instagram Live. While some followers interpreted this as a barb at Darcey, others accused him of gaslighting. According to reports, the live session stopped abruptly as followers began bombarding the chat with remarks accusing him of being a fake husband and a narcissist. To make episode one of the most anticipated premieres in the history of the show, TLC producers are reportedly editing the upcoming episode to incorporate some of the off-camera turmoil. There are even rumors that TLC would ask Darcey's ex-boyfriend Jesse Meester to surprise everyone by appearing on the tell-all to talk about Darcey's relationship habits. It might be one of the most awkward and dramatic reunions in Fiancé history. If that occurs, both Darcey and Yara are now at a turning point in their lives. In episode, their anguish and sorrow were genuine, unfiltered, and agonizingly human. They weren't merely for the cameras. Fans are beginning to wonder if love can endure in the spotlight, or if happily ever after has turned into a harsh delusion brought about by pressure, celebrity, and the ongoing invasion of privacy. Nevertheless, the cameras continue to roll in spite of all the headache. No matter how awkward it gets, TLC is aware that viewers can't take their eyes off it. Season has officially become the most unexpected and emotionally explosive season in the franchise's history, with Darcey considering divorce, Georgie embroiled in scandal, Yara perhaps splitting from Jovi, and reports of more couples breaking up. Under the strain, however, insider claims that the worst is yet to come. Episode is said to have an on-camera split, a startling reappearance of a cast member, and a secret discovery that would entirely change the plot of one of the couples that viewers believed they understood. Part of this developing drama shows that if viewers believed that episode was the conclusion of the storm, it was really just the start of a much darker and more poignant story. Following George's apparent betrayal, Jovi and Yara's failing marriage, and Darcey's dramatic breakdown, fresh leaks have surfaced from behind TLC's tightly guarded walls. What they disclose might completely alter viewers' perceptions of Fiancé, happily ever after. Multiple insiders claim that explosive off-camera confrontations that allegedly violated TLC's filming guidelines almost caused the cancellation of the next tell-all program. Production sources claim that during filming, Darcey, Yara, and even Angela Dean got completely unmanageable. Security had to intervene as Darcey and George's altercation degenerated into an emotional conflict that had the entire group unable to speak. It all started when Darcey, wearing a sparkling silver gown and already crying, showed up at the tell-all. By herself, according to insiders, she insisted on having her own seat on stage and refused to sit next to Georgie. Darcey reportedly informed producers, "I'm not pretending anymore," in response to their pleas for her to be professional and capture the reunion in a composed manner. "I've had enough of lying for a man who let me down." Witnesses report that Georgia avoided eye contact and looked anxious when he arrived on set. However, Georgie shockingly responded, "We're working things out, we always do." When host Sean Robinson inquired if the two were still together, Darcey instantly erupted, yelling across the stage, "Stop lying, Georgie. You have been unfaithful to me." The whole cast went cold. It was said that even Angela Dean was unable to speak. Then, according to transcripts that have been released, Darcey took out her phone and displayed screenshots of texts that were purportedly received from Georgie to another lady. Producers stopped filming for more than minutes as Darcey sobbed and said, "I gave him everything. And he gave me nothing but pain." As the audience gasped, Georgie attempted to explain himself, arguing that the messages were taken out of context. But Darcey wasn't buying it, according to fans who have seen early tell-all footage. She reportedly said, "You'll never see me in that man's shadow again," as she left the stage days after filming. Included, Darcey filed for legal separation, according to production insiders. And this time, there's no going back. However, it wasn't the only surprise of the evening. Later on in the show, Jovi and Yara's marriage reached a breaking point on stage. The tension that had been building between them since episode finally exploded. Still clearly distraught, Yara accused Jovi of making her feel like a single mother and embarrassing her publicly. Jovi paused when Sean asked him whether he still loved his wife, a pause that told fans everything. After over seconds of silence, Jovi eventually spoke the words, "Of course I love her, but I don't know if we're good together." However, came from TLC itself when a production crew whistleblower revealed startling information that the network reportedly attempted to hide in order to make some cast members appear better than others. The insider disclosed that producers purposefully altered important sequences from episode and the reunion. They specifically asserted that the film was removed for tone and network image reasons. Despite George's off-camera actions toward Darcey being far more aggressive than what was seen, TLC executives were concerned about criticism and potential reputational damage if certain segments were made public, according to leaked internal memos that are making the rounds online. Darcey was yelling, trembling, and pleading with them to quit shielding him, according to one insider. "You're hiding the truth just to make him look good," she said to the producers. Massive internet uproar has been generated by this discovery, with fans accusing TLC of twisting plots and taking advantage of emotional pain to boost ratings with more than. A Reddit thread titled "TLC needs to stop editing women's pain for profit" has gone viral and demands accountability and openness from the network. According to reports, Angela Deem exacerbated the mayhem while filming. "You're to talk, Angela. You scream more than you listen." Yara, fatigued and upset, retorted, when she allegedly stopped Yara and Jovi's segment, shouting that men on this show never take responsibility. Producers were forced to split up the cast after the altercation almost ruined the entire taping. The emotional toll was terrible. By the time the tell-all ended, Yara and Jovi sat on separate ends of the couch. Darcey refused to go back on stage. In the typically cheerful cast members, Kalani and Azuelo said nothing. Cast members reportedly exited the studio in complete shock after production eventually ended, with some calling it the darkest reunion in franchise history, according to various sources. Leaks and conjecture erupted on social media in the days that followed. TLC, meanwhile, remained completely silent. No statements, no previews, just quiet damage control. Behind the scenes, fans started to notice subtle signs that confirmed everything they had been afraid of. Darcey removed George's last name from her Instagram bio. Jovi unfollowed Yara for hours before swiftly refollowing her, and Angela deleted her posts about sticking together. In addition, there are rumors that Darcey has been offered her own independent project, a raw, unscripted documentary-style show centered on her new single life and emotional healing journey, tentatively titled Darcey's Rebirth, according to an anonymous insider. PLC is now considering a complete format overhaul of Happily Ever After, possibly replacing half the cast next season, due to growing fan fatigue and toxicity. According to people close to Jovi and Yara, they are currently living separately but still co-parenting. TLC cameras are still monitoring their situation in hopes of a day. A single-life crossover or possible inclusion in the upcoming season. Yara isn't finished sharing her story, insider stated. She wants others to get past her emotions and see who she truly is. Fans who have seen parts of the leak say it presents a much darker picture of Georgie's behavior and could permanently ruin his reputation. If it ever comes to light, however, perhaps the most shocking rumor of all is that TLC is holding on to unreleased footage material that was filmed but never aired, including one scene where Georgie allegedly admitted to messaging another woman as a joke. There is disagreement among fans worldwide. Some say Darcey and Yara were manipulated and should be at peace, while others believe both marriages were doomed from the beginning. No one can dispute that Fiancé, Happily Ever After has evolved into something much more than a reality program. It is now a devastating window into the cost of celebrity, betrayal, and love the lives of the entire characters.